Hey everybody, this is FPS GGG, Guns, Games, and Guitars. As you can see, there is a guitar in my hand. Nice one. But today we're just going to talk about basic tuning, just tuning in standard E. But first I'm going to name off all the strings right now, just to get that out of the way. As you can see here, this last string right here, thick one, is a low E. It's the lowest string on any normal guitar, any normal 6-string guitar. But anyway, moving on. This string right here is a low A. Or not a low A, excuse me. It's just an A. It's your A string right here. And the next one up is this string, the 4th string, is a D string. Now the next string, please stay with me in this video, is a G string. It's the 3rd string of your guitar. And the next string, which is the 2nd string, is a is a B string right here, nice little B string. And then the last and the 1st string is your E string. Now we know that should be standard tuning right there. That should be the tuning of your guitar. Now I'm also going to show you the different tuners here. As you can see, there's a number of ways to tune. Mainly there's 4 basic ways of tuning. One way of tuning is a microphone or plug-in plug-in tuner. With plug-ins, they're pretty accurate, but microphones, I'll get that later. Next, I'll get that about microphones later. But anyways, next we have clip-on tuners. You can see I have 2 different tuners here, and these tuners range from $10 to $50. So depending on what quality tuner you want. The 3rd way to tune is through keyboards. Now, keyboards, you start off in middle C, which is this note right here. And I'll teach you how to, and you can just go from there. But anyway, and then one of the final basic ways to do it is tune from another guitar. Just have another guitarist near you, and you know, oh, this string's out of tune. You can tell them to play whatever string's out of tune, and you can ear it out from there. It's a little bit tough with both the keyboard and guitar. You have to ear it out, you have to know. Anyway, so I just going to show you how a plug-in tuner works. You can see here, you turn it on to whatever setting, guitar, right in here, and you just play a string, and the needle moves to show if it's in tune or not. The little lights tell you if it's sharp or flat, and, well, a little nifty thing. Of course, if you start doing what I just did, it won't read it. You have to play 1 string at a time with a continuous note on it. Now then, for microphone ones, just unplug this guitar here. Now with microphone ones, you usually sit them on your lap and play in front of it, and the needle reads it. If you can see here, try and play it again. Reads it. Now the problem with microphone tuners is that if you have more than one guitarist with you or something, the sound from their guitar when they're just playing off and while you're tuning will get into your tuner and start moving the needle like crazy, or not move the needle at all, depending on how it is. So in short, basically the sound gang rapes your tuner. Now then, moving on, we have these nice little clip-on tuners. I'll use this one right here. Very simple. You just take it, clip it on, and turn it on. And as you can see here, there's a nice little light. Can tell you, there's an electric needle to tell you if you're in tune or not. It's a really little nifty thing. It feels, basically, the clip here takes the vibrations that you play on the guitar string, vibrates this, and then tells you what note it is, depending on the frequency of the vibrations. And pretty nifty, easy little stuff. Not too hard to work out on. And with like I mentioned with keyboards and guitarists, you just have to ear those out, and it can be a little bit tough. Now then, I'm going to move on to chord shapes and chords, really. One of the basic, most chords that people have learned first is a G chord. This is one formation of the G chord. Another way to form the G chord is through this formation. Both sound the same, meaning no difference. Alright, next chord I'm going to show you is the C chord, which is very simple. It's a nice little chord, just only involves 3 fingers, and sounds nice. Though I will mention, do not play the top string. This chord is played with all other 5 strings except for the top string. Sounds nice. Now the next chord I'm going to show you that does this as well is the A minor chord. Very easy, very simple. And now the next minor chord that I'm going to show you is the E minor, which only takes two fingers. I guess this is the easier of it, but you play all the strings. Very easy chords. Now, very easy chords. You can improv with that or arpeggio it like so. Excuse me. Some songs do this. Very simple stuff to learn. Chords, not too hard. You just gotta get used to it and practice, like anything else.
That's it. We're going to be doing a simple song that most people know. And if you don't know it, look it up. It's okay. We're going to be doing Smoke on the Water. It's simple chords. It's just 2 types of chords if you want to know the bass beat. You put your first finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And then you play open 6th string. And it creates that sound. What you want to do after you play this first little chord is move your whatever finger you want. You can use your pinky if you'd like. Ring finger most likely. Ring finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. Pointing finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So put them together, creates that chord. So you go. It's the first chord shape you're going to learn. And this chord shape is very, very important. You can move it almost anywhere you like other than these 2 strings. It doesn't sound very good, but if you flip it upside down, doesn't matter. Then you want to move this chord shape, this whole chord shape, down to the 5th fret and the 7th fret. So use these dots or these lines that mark it. So this is 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And the 12 is identified by 2 dots. Everything else is a dot, all the way down the guitar. This is how you tell the fret number just by looking at it like this. You go. You go back immediately to this. Then you want to change it. You want to do that same chord shape between the 6th and 8th fret. So you go. And then you want to slide this down to the 5th and 7th. So it all comes together. Then you want to go back to the 3rd and 5th fret, then finish with this chord. And that's exactly how you want to play it. Only hit these 2 strings, the 5th and 6th string. You don't need to play the rest of the strings. When you're playing these chords, make sure that you hold your pick and stop it at the 4th string. And that's the basic chord progression for the bass part of Smoke on the Water. If you want to play it in any way you choose, the cool thing about guitars, unlike pianos, is that you could play the same song using different chords and different frets. So like how I just showed you, you can move that down here. And it sounds different. It's a little bit lighter. That's actually the normal chord progression, how you would play it. Very, very simple. Or if you really, really wanted to, you could go a little bit more complicated with it and do bar chords, where you hold one finger over two frets, or two strings, sorry, on a specific fret. So you go. What's interesting about the guitar is you could play almost any song in multiple different positions on multiple frets, any place you want on this guitar. This is about the easiest chord progression you'll ever play on a guitar for any song. This has been FPS, GGG, and Smoke on the Water.